welcome back to another episode of How Very Hannah. It is I, Hannah. Let's roll the titles. Once upon a time, there was a stagey girl with a big dream. She hoped, dreamed, and prayed to work at Tesco. Wait, someone's written this script wrong. Can we get a redo?
Take two.
I dreamed a dream that one day I would hit the stage. And so it seems that dream has come true. Whoa, whoa. Oh my God, you guys, it's really happening. My life has been changed for the better, and I'm seizing the day and spinning into the spotlight. How very slay, it's giving queen. How very cringe, get out my scene. It's beginner's call, the stage is set for me. How very Hannah, how very Hannah, how very Hannah, that's the name for my podcast show and your front row. So how very Hannah, hit the lights. How very Hannah, that's too bright. How very Hannah, that's alright. How very Hannah. Change. Okay, it's my podcast show. Let's go. Guys, I've got a sparkle on today, and I realised I've stopped doing my sparkle of the day. If you are new here, I used to, in season 1, I used to do this is my sparkle of the day, and every episode I'd have something new that was sparkly. And at first it was my engagement ring in this series, and then I kind of forgot to do it. So my sparkle of the day is this cardigan from Tesco, F&F at Tesco. Not sponsored, but wish it was. And it's got these little sparkly bows on. I just thought it's the cutest, like, girly pop Christmas cardie. So that's from Tesco, and it was 25% off with club card prices. Anyway, why am I giving them like a full-blown advert here? Anyway, so that's my sparkle of the day. And my sparkle of the day just in terms of like a nice thing that's happened today. Do you know what? Me and Nuno, who is my fiancé, went and walked Ruben this morning. But normally we wait till the evening. But we were like, oh, do you know what? It gets really dark in the evenings. Let's just go now. So we walked the dog first thing in the morning before either of us started work. We just like got out of bed, put some clothes on and walked. And it was really nice, fresh, clear head for a Monday morning. And that's what dog walks are good for, and for walking the dog. Although he doesn't really walk much, he just walks around, sniffs, tries to eat random Subway sandwiches that people have dropped on the floor. He's like a gutter dog, I swear. But he's cute, so he gets away with it, all right? So if you are a millennial like me, although I'm kind of a Gen Z, whatever, you'll be very excited for today's guest because, I mean, he's done many things since, but Newsround icon, Newsround from the BBC. I'm sure we'll talk about it in the pod. Presenter, journalist, Strictly champion, musical theatre, diva. I'm very excited to sit down and have a lovely chat today. So without further ado, let me welcome my guest. Please welcome to the pod, Ore Oduba.
Hello. Oh, my guys, what a reception.
I know, studio
Thank
audience
you.
in the house.
I love that.
Welcome to the pod.
This is so sweet. I love how you've decorated the place.
Thank you.
I love a little velvet. The carpet is making me want to take my shoes off because it looks like
Shall we? We'd be more
Shall
comfy.
we? Would you mind? Come on.
I don't mind. Come on.
They always say that we should ground our feet
Got some
in
clean
nature
socks.
every day, but
Here we go. Can you
we've
see
got
that?
we've got rugs.
Little zoom in on the feet. Oh, is that weird? Okay.
Oh, now
I just want to like curl
snuggle. Now we're in Hannah's front room. Now we're cozying up.
Yeah, we are. Okay,
Yes.
shoes are off.
I'm so thrilled to be here. And do you know what? For me, being with you, you're such an icon. For me, I've been peddling this glorious world of MT for 7 or 8 years now, and still, it's terrible, isn't it? The imposter syndrome thing is real. It is all of us. But to be with you here and sharing this space, sharing this time, I totally feel MT validation here.
Oh my God, snaps for that. Sorry, snaps for
No,
that
but this is because you have created such a wonderful connection to your audience. You've made musical theatre so accessible and so fun and so vibrant for so many people, so many young people as well. I think it's really important what you're doing. And I know it grew from such a passionate place for you, but that is expanded to so many people in your audience. So it's great.
That means so much. Thank you so much. Why does that make me feel really emotional? Because I used to watch you on my telly.
No,
do you know what I mean? I still do.
Stop.
Newsround.
Wow.
Icon. And you say obviously sharing anything with young people is so important. But I loved that, and I think what Newsround does is amazing. Like, what was your time like with like on CBBC and
Oh
like
my
doing all those
God,
shows?
the CBB, and I,
The CBBC
you're literally
vibes.
the third person today that has
no.
told me that they used to watch me on CBBC, and it
That's
makes me
mad.
so happy. It also reminds me how old I am.
No,
And that's
no.
fine because, by the way, honey, I turned 40 this month, and I am so excited about it. I am ready for the 4-0. I still feel 18, and
I
so
love
no, we're good.
that.
But those were heady days, you know. I was early 20s, but what was so wonderful about it is not only are you getting to learn to do so much, you know, I think it's, you know, the way kids watch telly is so different today than it used to be when we were growing up. But it used to be that like CBBC was a real appointment to view, and you had your favorite shows, and things like Newsround were like popped in across the day, but it was a real kind of learning and education for a lot of kids. But for us as young people kind of navigating our way in the broadcast world, we got to try so many different things. We got to try comedy, and we got to try sport, and we got to try entertainment, and we got to dress up and do skits and do sketches. And for me, that was actually, there was a point when we were doing a program, I was getting dressed up, and nobody in your audience will know this guy, but that's absolutely fine. His name's Neil Oliver. He used to do a program called Coast. Don't even bother trying to say you understand or know what I'm talking about.
oh,
Absolutely
yeah, I
fine.
know him.
This is back. But basically, all you need to know is what he looked like. He has this incredibly long, like crow-like dark hair. He's Scottish. And I remember getting dressed up to go and do a skit of me dressed up as Neil Oduba. We made that play. We did that. We went there, Hannah. And I remember dressing up, and I was on my way to film this skit. And I remember going, and I must have been about 25, 26, 27 at the time. And I remember going, do you know what? I would love it if this was just my world. Getting dressed up, doing fun, silly things, making an impact, really getting into a character and telling a story. It hadn't been my world, and it was still 15 years away. But I was like, this is kind of what makes me come alive, what makes me so happy. And so I kind of got to thank those CBBC days for this becoming my reality now, but also connecting with incredible young people like you that were looking to, you know, connect to their world with their friends and this amazing children's telly.
There's so many different paths, right? I feel like kind of both of us have had slightly like untraditional paths into musical theatre in that sense. Okay, I read this from your Wikipedia, so it must be true.
Okay.
It has to be true, simply. There's actually a musical, Bring It On musical, and it goes, I'm reading this from Wikipedia. So
I love that. No, yes.
So you started with sport, right? Sport was your thing? Or no?
Sport? No, you're right. I mean, sport was my thing as a. No. She's not. Yeah, Wiki, that can stay.
Okay.
That can stay. Sport was my thing as a kid. So when I was growing up, I spent all of my time, the things that I remember as fun times, on the stage.
Yeah.
As a kid, from like 11 when I was first allowed to till I was 18.
Wow.
I was in every production going that I was, you know, whether it was like Bugsy Malone or like inbuilt little written by our drama teacher kind of productions.
Oh, weren't they the best?
They were the best, you know, putting on like, not like makeup, but like paint on your face to like go green for whatever the villain was that I was playing. That was my world. That was what I absolutely loved. If I wasn't doing that, I was playing sport. So I was huge into my sport. I got to a really high level. And that was the career that I always thought that I wanted to go down. I wanted to be an athlete. It was something that was really important to me. And I kind of thrived playing sport. And then I got to about 18, 19 and realized that I was getting worse by the day.
No, you'd hit the peak.
That I'd peaked at about 19 and was like, why am I way more terrible today than I was yesterday? And it just kind of fell away. But I wanted to then start building a career within sport on television because I love watching sport on telly. And I thought, I know I'm not going to go down a traditional career route. In my world, theatre, despite the fact I loved it, in my school, and I had nobody connected to my world that was in there, I didn't think it was a career. I just thought it was a hobby. Yeah. So I kind of put that to one side and then started looking to create a world in sport broadcast. And
that's a complete merge of two things that you love to doing. Like presenting and broadcasting is very much performing, right? So like you're really merging your two worlds. That's incredible.
Do you know what? And this is what's mad, Hannah, and this is what I've come to realise, and I hope you don't mind me going deep because I know we like the fun stuff.
We love it.
But this is also really important. I actually got into telly because I thought how much I love being on stage. What's really intricate is that actually what I wasn't prepared for is that you get yourself on telly, you put yourself as a person out on show.
Yes.
What I wasn't prepared for that, if you spool that forward for for years being kind of a public figure as yourself, I wasn't ready for the amount of judgment of me as a person and how much my world was kind of validated by other people's perception of me. Like my worth was kind of like, if they didn't like what they saw on the telly, then you're kind of out. That was what I was never prepared for. I thought we can perform on telly, we can do our thing. It's going to be, and especially with children's telly, it's kind of that. You are kind of like, you're a big brother or a big sister to people, and you kind of have to amplify that character, move it further into that world of television. And I was like, hold on a minute. I just wanted to have fun. I didn't realize I was kind of upping myself a character assassination.
Yeah.
And that side of the world. Whereas on stage, and I know that obviously our audiences are so engaged and so involved, and they love us as characters and they love seeing our careers develop, and that's really lovely. And that comes with a kind of a side portion of judgment as well.
Yeah.
But I think what's great about this career, for us as performers anyway, is that if we want to, we can go into a room with incredible creative types, really talented people. We can spend 2 weeks or 4 weeks all working towards this incredible goal of putting this amazing, the best show possible out there. Then it comes on stage, all of this wonderful creativity and energy comes to life. We put it out there, and then at 10:30, if we want to, we can put it away.
Yeah.
And then we can be, I can put that away, I can be my real self. On telly, often, and it comes in the social media world, I know this is you, we kind of have to be that 24/7. And it is, I've always found that really quite difficult.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
It's kind of exhausting, but I don't know how you feel about that, because it's so hard being on all the time.
Yeah, I can relate that to social media and feeling, I love my platform and I love putting myself out there, but I wasn't prepared for, like you said, the amount of judgment and the amount that people feel kind of ownership over you and their opinions of you, and almost like you owe everyone something.
A little bit, yeah.
And you're there to serve them. I remember it really got to me when I used to make my Tesco videos. And
yes, I
used to film them like before the store even opened. So like it wasn't on Tesco's time. Like I went there early to film it because I thought the content was fun and people loved it.
Yeah.
And I was loving it. And people would comment things like, get back to stacking the shelves, or like, this is why my meal deals aren't ready, or something. And it really, I'm like, I don't know, it really just got to me, and it really just felt like, I'm not here to serve you at every single moment of the day. And I guess you could say that about like people who work in service fields as well. Like, they're there to do their job, but they don't serve you every second of the day. And I just felt that was my first like little inkling into that world, and it just made me really angry. And I was like, wait, like, I'm doing this in my own time. It's nothing to do with you, but it's like social media everyone has such quick, easy access to everything that they kind of think they kind of own you in a way.
There is that, yeah. And there's an anxiety around it as well, because now you start thinking, okay, I need to be perfect to present this version of me forward, because the other version of me is going to get scolded or is going to get kind of hit. And it was amazing, I think Carrie Fletcher put a video up about this the other day when she was talking about, like, I signed up to this career because I wanted to be able to tell stories. I wanted to be able to fulfill a part of me that goes on stage and comes alive. And I know so many people buy tickets because they want to see that escape from the real world and want to immerse into this world and this story that we're explaining on stage. What I didn't sign up for was being told that I shouldn't get that job, that the shape of me isn't what this role should be, that so much of me as a person and the way I live my life away from my job is now also up for deliberation, negotiation, or judgment. And it's not fair. No. It's happened as a result of a world where we put ourselves into people's lives, whether it's on their phone or in their living room. And so naturally there's a kind of connection. There is a relationship that grows. And when it's good, it's amazing because it's fully engaged. You become a part of people's lives, and we want to inspire people and bring about change and let young people think that you can dream to be something and then you can achieve it. Sadly, one of the difficult negatives that comes with it is a lot of that judgment, and for us, we then internalize, and it's like we have a negative bias. It becomes the thing that we now think about when we're going to bed. Not, I did a really great podcast or a really great show today. I think of that one comment
Oh
One
my
thing
gosh,
that just
that's so
absolutely
true.
sticks with me, and
Yeah.
now I can't go to bed because now I've got to not do that thing tomorrow. And immediately, all of the
Yeah.
things that we would do authentically to us starts getting diverted
You
around
can't go wrong.
other people's opinions.
Yeah.
And you get yourself in a whole heap of trouble, Hannah.
Oh gosh. Well, we're manifesting no trouble for us.
No
okay?
trouble today.
We're going to be fine. This podcast, you're safe. You're in safe hands.
Good.
So one thing I did find on your Wikipedia that was untrue is that they were missing a load of your credits. So this needs an update.
Please.
I mean, Pretty Woman wasn't on there.
So I haven't
Chitty
checked this
Bang
for a
Bang
while.
wasn't on there.
Put this out there to
Young
the world.
Frankenstein, not on there.
We are. I mean, I don't know who my autobiographer is. By the way, whoever is keeping
Who's
these
even
things up
making
to-
these accounts?
But somebody's gone on holiday for a very long time.
Someone needs to wake up and update
Yeah.
Ore's Wikipedia page.
It's-
Someone watching will.
I appreciate that they will, but make sure it's right. And then if you
Yeah.
want to come to Hannah for a little check on the facts, then please
Yeah,
do.
I've got you. Don't worry.
I
Don't come to you.
Fully appreciate. Yeah, do you know what? And it's mad that I've come here talking to you because only a couple of seconds down the road is the rehearsal space that we rehearsed Pretty Woman in
Oh my
2023,
gosh.
and that for me was such a huge change for me, really. You know, the show had just come from the West End. I was going on a 12-month contract with some incredible performers, you know, and I know you were shall I drop?
Come
For all
on,
the empty
name
lovers,
drop.
Here's
We
the
love
thing that
it.
was wonderful about that cast, that core of incredible performers. We had Amber Davis, and I remember bumping into Amber on the way to the tube after we'd just been announced of doing it. She was finishing Back to the Future. I was leaving Rocky Horror, and then we met on the Strand when I was literally in front of the Savoy, where
weird.
Pretty Woman was taking place at the time, as we were about to embark on that show. And I was like, this is too much serendipity. This is everything that was meant to happen. Amber has been Amber,
She's insane.
Ollie Saville, Nat May Paris, who to this day, I still tell her, I'm so sorry that you're now my friend, because now as a fan, I have access to you. And I'm so sorry if it means that I creep on you, because I have been obsessed with Nat since the Arts Club days, darling.
Oh my God.
Since the very beginning of Six. I remember going to watch it with my other gorgeous friend in the biz and Danny Mack, and we sat there watching the show going, no, this isn't really happening.
That voice isn't real.
This show is going to do things. And so for me to be like doing a show like Pretty Woman and singing, duetting with Nat, I was like, come on, stop. This is too much.
I feel like moments like that, I'm really bad. I get really starstruck.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to keep it cool right now.
Nah,
but I get really starstruck. So like, I did a job with Nat as well. It was just a small workshop, and I can't hold it in. I'm like, can I just say I'm a new fan? And then and then we're stood next to each other, like learning our harmonies. I'm like, oh. It's like, I need to stop. I need to stop.
No, but it's nice to work with people that you admire.
And also, I feel like if I acknowledge it, then it's not weird.
It's not as big.
Like if I acknowledge
deal.
it, I'm not just like staring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just creeping.
It's
the
kind of
person that was
fine.
on my poster on my wall for years. Hello.
Can you just sign my album after rehearsal,
a little
please?
bit. But
But
no,
do you know
this
what?
is it.
I am a fan first, but that's because I'm so passionate about musical theatre.
Yeah.
And I do genuinely get so excited to
Yeah.
meet people and you know, someone I saw in the ensemble of a show 10 years ago, I'd be like, oh my God, I saw you in that show. Like,
That's
it doesn't matter
it.
who they are. I'm just a fan of everyone.
Can I tell you my most outer body fan experience?
Please, I'm sat.
And it wasn't in person, because I thought if I did meet this person in person, I would either melt or be arrested. So this was the first time I got to watch Sutton Foster.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right. Let me just give a little context about how this came about. Oh, getting chills. So when I was doing Strictly, I had the best time. Only about halfway through that series, I decided I would probably, not only was I working with an incredible partner in Joanne, who also has
Stagey
become
girly.
like an amazing force in musical theatre, and was beginning that process straight after that series. So we were kind of, by osmosis, sharing these musical theatre stories and aspirations. She was already beginning it, and I was kind of remembering this part of my life that had been put to one side. Anyway, only about halfway through that series, I decided to go, I maybe should like watch YouTube and see how other people perform. Like isn't it a good idea to get research about this world? So I had never done it up to this point. Anyway, somehow I stumbled upon the video of Sutton Foster performing Anything Goes with the company of Anything Goes at the 2011 Tony Awards. Hannah, to this day, I haven't counted every one, but I think I might have watched that video 18,941 times. It is dangerous, the amount, because what was happening, I was blown away by the precision, the intricacy, the technique, the smile, this woman was demonstrating what we all aspire to be, what we all find so inspirational. So this was already inbuilt in me. Mm-hmm. And then I was doing Rocky Horror at the time, and it was produced by Trafalgar. And this is 2022. And I remember doing an interview with Sheridan Smith. Dropped. And I was talking to Sheridan in the podcast about, she asked a question. She said, if there was one character that you could play, male or female, who would it be? And I said, oh, are you joking? I know this because this has been my life for now 5-6 years. Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes, but as Sutton Foster.
Yeah, no one else.
And so we obsessed and we talked about it. And at the end of the interview, her producer said, oh, by the way, have you just heard the news? I was like, what? She was like, Anything Goes is going into the Barbican in the summer. Well, the incredible woman, I can't remember her name, she played Karen in Will and Grace, who was going to play it, has broken an ankle or something, or broken a leg, and can't play it anymore. So Sutton Foster is now reprising the role that she last played over 10 years ago. And I went, what? So she's coming here? And I was shuddering. So I'm still trying to regain composure because I'm just literally writing these chapters because these are coming out thick and fast. All right?
Oh my God.
Transcribe. Sophia, producer, transcribe because this is important stuff. So I'm like, I have to watch it. Trafalgar were also producing Anything Goes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this is too much. So I was invited to go to watch the production. Oh, I remember being so excited. I went on my own. I was like, I can't do this with anybody else because this is, I know a part of me is going to come to the surface that I can't let anybody else get in the way of. This has to be something that I do. And I remember sitting in that audience. I mean, the show itself was impeccable.
Gorgeous, yeah.
7 or 8 standing ovations throughout the show. But I remember when Sutton Foster came out from the curtain, just going, she's real. Like, it was so emotive. Like, seeing the person that I had now for 7 years been kind of idolizing in the background, just watching my YouTube clips, like, seeing her in real life was kind of out of body. She was impeccable, like everything I dreamt. And then we close Act 1 with the title number, Anything Goes. Now, you imagine that this person had been watching this video in virtual space in my mind now for all these years. I'm now seeing it happen in real time. The person I've idolized is now singing, dancing to me. No one else is here. It's just singing to me. And babe, it was like I became that 11-year-old who goes to the theatre for the first time because from the tips of my toes to the tiny little remnants of hair that I have on my scalp, my whole body was overwhelmed with emotion of seeing the person that was going to change my life. If I was a kid, I go, that's the person that's changed my life. And I'm now 37 going, you've changed my life. And I had goosebumps. Like, I was in floods of tears. I wasn't I couldn't control it. My eyes just became full of water. It just started flooding me. The woman, one, is just a beacon of the industry and obviously is an absolute legend and an icon. But for me, it was just that realization, and this goes back to what we do, because we have that power for those young people that are coming to watch our shows. We give them a portal into a world that otherwise they may never have seen, a part of themselves that they may never have realized or brought to life. And it is so powerful. I said, I'm not going to stage door because, like I said, I will get arrested. But you have changed my life in that moment. And that is my full fan frenzy.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that needs a round of applause. That is
Thanks
crazy.
for staying with me for it because it was quite long.
I was hooked. And honestly, like, would you want to meet her one day?
Is she here?
Can you imagine? Because right behind this curtain is Sutton Foster. Can you imagine? She's been waiting there the whole time.
And I talked for 18 minutes before you let her out? Stop.
No, but would you like to meet her one day?
Are you kidding? That,
But like not in a stage door environment, maybe.
No, I mean,
relaxed.
yeah.
Maybe she watches.
I mean,
Sutton Foster, if you're watching,
should we send it and tag her?
shall we?
That's
we
what
will
happens.
tag her.
Do you remember? Did you see that clip that Stacey Solomon was talking about?
David
Beckham and the bees
yeah.
and the honey.
And he said, "Give her your address."
Yeah. Okay. So at How Very Hannah, at Hannah Lowther, at Ore Oduba official, tag, and this is gonna get to her.
Sutton Foster official.
Please,
perfect. Yeah, let us know.
She should know how crazy I am about her, and then it's up to her if she wants to impinge on the on the distance.
You could end up doing a job together one day. You never know. You'd scream.
Can you imagine? We got a dream, haven't we? We've all got a dream.
Yeah. So talk to me about Chitty Bang Bang. I was Jemima when I was a kid.
No way.
In the UK tour.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who my
your pops
corrector
was.
It was Darren Bennett. Do you know Darren Bennett?
Of course I know
Yeah,
Darren
it was
Bennett. Darren. So
He was
Darren,
my
I worked
dad.
with on Greece in 2019, and
Oh
Darren
my
has been
gosh,
such an
yes.
amazing supporter. He's such a wonderful friend. And when I got Chitty, he was one of the first people to message to go,
that's
"You're
so
going to be so
lovely.
perfect for this role." And it was. You know what was so wonderful? I remember doing that show in Manchester. So I took over Adam Garcia.
Oh, wow.
And
Another name drop there.
I can't help it. I was like, I actually think I might have said this on my social media. I might have said, sorry to anyone who thought they were getting Adam Garcia from Coyote Ugly and is now getting me. At the time, I'd bought tap shoes, but the closest I'd got to tapping was an Open University adult beginners class somewhere in London.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
So you got to start somewhere. So I remember taking it to Manchester, which was my home for 6 or 7 years. And it was the first show I'd had that I, one, returned to a home that was a second home of mine, but also not only had old friends of mine come into the show, sure, they bring their parents to come to the show because it's a wonderful family show and their parents brought them up on that story, but also I'm now of an age where they've got kids and they're bringing their kids to the show. So we've got 3 gens of people coming to watch this story come to life, and I've got such a connection to all of these people. It made me so happy because like Chitty is so inbuilt in like the folklore of so many people's childhoods. You know, there's no mistake that a story that was created in the 60s still resonates so much with kids today that had no idea about Dick Van Dyke, have no idea about when it was a movie back in the day. But still, a flying car and a crazy inventor dad and an amazing story about family and, you know, modern families and it being, you know, untraditional and a grandpa who's lost and maybe has lost his marbles a little bit. And, you know, there's such relatability to a story that was 50, 60 years old. So we loved it. And when we finished, you know, everybody's in the wings taking pictures of the car flying for the last time. There's an absolute floods of tears. But it was a very special company. I was next to gorgeous Ellie Nunn, who's an amazing, just such a gorgeous human being, let alone an outstanding performer. And to share that car with her and such amazing audiences was like, that was the start of my year, 2025. And I said I wanted to play a lead before I was 40. And that was my 2025 January.
That's amazing. I mean, the biggest question I have is, did you ever have the car breakdown?
Yes.
I feel like it happened more times
God,
than
it's
not
still traumatic,
with our production.
It's still trauma, isn't it?
Car in the air like this.
Don't.
Stops. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
You're all gonna listen to that going, what?
You're like, don't spoil the magic. Don't spoil
Yeah.
the magic. It's just floating. It's just floating.
All the lights come on, you can see the like rig in the back.
Yeah.
But as kids, like, we are following Caractacus and Truly the whole time. You know, like they're like our onstage chaperones. Let's be real.
Yeah. Of course,
you know?
that's
You're
what
looking
says
after
mum and
us.
dad. Literally, yeah.
And when things like that would happen, they really just, they knuckled down. They were like, right, guys, stay sat. Like, it was good because our chaperones were looking into the wings. They're so far away. Like, what do we do? And they're like, just keep acting. We're like, okay.
It's a wonderful relationship. And I, you know, that was my first show working with children on stage, as in like since being a kid myself. And again, you see that kind of magic in their eyes. It's so demanding for young people and the chaperones and everybody connected and all the schools coming and bringing their junior ensemble groups in. But again, I think it just goes to what the bare bones of what makes this job so wonderful.
Hannah's hotline. The phone's ringing. Can you hear that?
What's that?
It's a phone. Oh
Oh my gosh,
Quick,
could it
get
be?
it on.
Should I? Hello?
Hi guys, what's the biggest piece of advice for someone trying to break into the industry?
Ooh,
great
good question.
You can put the phone down if you want, or you can.
6'7", 6'7".
6'7", did you just
I
say?
have no idea what I just said.
I don't know what that
I
means,
have no
but
idea
everyone
what
says it.
But I think
6'7".
it's a thing.
How
in
did
fact,
you know
the
that?
fact that I've just said it is making me die inside.
6'7",
Because
6'7".
I don't know if do you do it when you put the phone down? Do you not just go blah, but you just 6'7"?
Can some, like, what generation is it? Gen Alpha?
Where are we?
It's Gen Alpha. It's not Gen Z anymore. Can some Gen Alphas in the comments let us know what 6'7" actually means? Because
I'm so sorry.
and also, like, as dancers, as performers, we're always going 5, 6, 7, 8, and
Yeah.
it's like apparently 6,
No, it's
7's
just 6'7".
like funny. Anyway, back to the
Know
question.
what just happened? For anybody trying to break through, what
Biggest piece
advice
of
would you
advice.
give? Well, do you know what? You said it at the top of this, that, there are so many non-traditional routes in. And I think acknowledging that there are lots of ways that you can become into this world. I even saw, I was looking at a clip that Hamilton put out the other day, and they're looking for dancers. They aren't looking necessarily for people who've gone and trained through for their entire childhoods. They're looking for just incredible dancers. Hey, if you can add song and scene work into that, then what an amazing opportunity to break through into a hugely acclaimed, popular West End show. I think having the passion, and I think the passion isn't just that we love as a fandom this world of musical theatre, but having the passion that is going to take you through the work, that's going to take you through the training, the hardship, the setbacks, the rejection, and going, no, this is something that really burns inside of me. I'm ready to do all of the hard graft in order to not only get myself that job, to make it stick, but also then to put the best version of myself out there. And then I can be part of an amazing company that's trying to bring this best show to life, because it is such a difficult industry to break through. Let's just validate that. Let's just call it out for what it is. It is so ruthless. It's so competitive that whether or not you've been working since you were 3 in ballet at school, or whether, you went to a show at 11 and you want to be in The Lion King or something, understanding that how you action that passion, whether it is going to extra vocal classes or really pushing for that principal role in the school production, or, even for me, like, okay, going and watching West End shows, watching any show, whether it's on tour, watching my friends in shows, or going, I've loved this story. That for me is going, that's helping me learn bits of my job that I can now put into action when I go. That is helping me become a better performer. So I think it's just knowing that the work always continues, that you are never the finished article. And if you are prepared to put in those yards, and I mean, this world becomes your life, let's not beat around the bush here. It really does fully consume you. But if you have that passion in you, it's going to carry you forward. And then you got to hope.
Yeah.
You got to hope. You got to put yourself in the right places.
Yeah.
And it might be a stage door thing. It might be looking at Spotlight. It might be all of those kind of technical things. But if you have created a world that you are so proud of, so passionate, that you think there's more I can do, and it's also giving you the life, you don't feel like exhausted by it, you go, okay, do you know what, I tried for 2 years, I can't do it anymore. If it still gives you that passion and that drive, it's going to get you in the right places, then it's up to you to grab that opportunity.
Absolutely. I would add to that as well that it's good to have something that sets you aside. I think often, we love drama school, but drama schools are churning out lots of people, graduates, and they're coming out, and a lot of people,
the cookie cutter,
and you've been told to dance a certain way and sing a certain way. Not all drama schools are like this, but often everyone comes out looking the same, sounding the same, dancing the same, performing the same, and it's important to find who you are and find what you can bring, and quite often that is the thing in an audition that someone's going to notice, and not that you've got your leg at 180. They're going to notice that little bit of sparkle, that little bit of spice about you that's really
more.
special.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be yourself and find yourself. And sometimes that comes just with having life experience and living your life. And I think I said it so many times, but we often just like blinkers on, focus on performing, learning, watching, like all of that, which is so important. But also, like, if you don't allow yourself to be open to life experiences and networking and meeting people and watching shows and learning in that way, then you're not going to really find who you are and what type of person and performer that you want to be.
Absolutely.
And I think it's interesting when I go and watch a show, I don't always notice the person who's got the slickest pirouettes or the person who has got the best vocals. It's the people that, you know, sometimes they just have like that, you can just see that fire and that like, you know, I really like that person in the ensemble who's giving this in the back. Like, and it things like that matter. So try and find that.
I think you're talking about giving yourself license to be inspired.
Yeah.
You're either by yourself, your own individuality, or what it is that you see, like it is, whether it is experience, and use that real life experience to fuel your own narrative, your own characterization. Or if you're going and seeing people that inspire you on stage, whether it is Hannah, whether it is Sutton Foster, and go, oh, I love the way that they did that.
Sorry, the way you just put me next to Sutton Foster is just really funny.
Honey,
I'll take it.
that's where I'm putting you. So you better stay there. You better take it, because it's true.
I'll take it.
But I think I saw a clip recently about auditioning, and this incredible person was just talking about the fact that he went in with no fear. And so often, and he describes, I mean, it was me absolutely ham-fisting it and like mucking up what a wonderful analogy and how he explained it. But like, we go in kind of with this fear of a failing, that it's not going to work out the way we want it to, that we almost go, okay, I think this is what they want from this. Instead of going, and by the way, casting people, producers and casting directors, if there is something that they're looking for, they're going to get it. They're going to have it anyway. If you're not that person, then you are never going to be able to create that out of nowhere. If that's not you, then you're aspiring to something that doesn't exist. So the only thing that they're looking for is your own individuality. And that comes with a lack of fear to be yourself, to bring that version of you to that character or to that dance call or to that song sheet, whatever it might be. And only when you take out that fear, and I'm still learning it now, do I go, I'm just going to do what I can. I'm going to give them me. They've not had this in the room before.
That's the most special thing you can bring. The most individual special thing you can bring is yourself. Put that on a postcard.
Put it on a t-shirt, honey.
Can someone actually do that? Okay, I forgot to use my pitch pipe.
Can't wait for this.
So, are you ready? Confessions of a Drama Queen.
I love that.
I feel like it catches some people really off guard.
Yeah, didn't even warm up for it,
No. Although normally I'm getting worse at the pitch pipe. Okay, right. I have a confession here from a listener. If you have any other confessions you want to send in, you can send them to hello@howveryhannah.com. Yes. Okay. Hey Hannah, during curtain call, I went for my bow way too early and basically stole the finale spotlight from the lead.
Oh, no.
It lives in my head rent free. What's the etiquette for apologising for accidental main character energy?
Oh, no.
Wait, this is kind of what we were talking about. This is one of those things you'd go to bed at night thinking, oh no, what did I do? What did I do? Okay.
That feeling of, oh my gosh, that spotlight's on me. Hold on, for a second, take it.
Yeah, for a second.
Is this what it feels like? Okay, I could do this. I could do this nightly.
Shame.
What a shame.
Okay, to start with, let's just start by saying no one's died. And it's a musical. We're not saving lives. You know, it's a musical. We're not doing brain surgery. It's fine. If the main character is annoyed, then that's their problem. This is what I would say.
Sure.
And all you can do is apologise. Just maybe go up to them after the show and say, I mean, it's already happened, so I fear it's been left a bit late, but maybe drop them a message. I'm so sorry. I think I got the bows slightly wrong today. Don't mention stealing your spotlight. Because it's not their spotlight, is it? is.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because everybody takes that moment in their moment,
ways,
you know, whether or not you're the first person to come out to bow or the last person to come out to bow, it is your moment, and there are specific counts, and if you've taken the count to that, I had it all planned out. I also think what's so mad about bows is that they're always the last thing that I rehearse. You know, you spend 3.5 weeks learning every other scene, and the very last thing that people will see,
and they've all got their cameras out filming.
Yeah, you give it 20 seconds. Okay, you'll do that, and you go bow and up on the floor, and then we split for you're like, hold on a minute, we're doing it tonight. Yeah, we're previous open tonight. You're like, I can't even remember which count I was walking out to, let alone bowing to. So it's so easy to get the bow wrong.
When we did 6, my very first show, I think I might have said this before on the podcast, but we hadn't really rehearsed the bows. This was the first time I had done the show, because I was an alternate. It's the first time I had done the show with five other queens.
Yeah.
So this was kind of my first time doing it, and I remember just thinking, what do we do now? Like, we thank the band, we thank the lighting, and obviously everyone's got their phones out filming because it's the final number.
Yes.
And one of the top comments was like, Hannah looks confused and scared. I was like, I was confused and scared.
Yeah.
And I was also emotional because it was my first show.
Massively.
My first show and like my dream show at the time.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember seeing that comment and thinking, correct. I'm not even gonna back that up. Like, correct. I was confused.
And you kind of it's the first time you come out of your body from that character.
Yeah.
And if all of that's happened, you're like, hold on a minute. What's happened? How did I get here? So
easy mistake to make.
It's such an easy mistake to make.
It's not that deep.
You're right. It's live. It happens. It's gone.
Yeah. And just, I'm so sorry. Maybe just say, I'm so sorry. I think I messed up the bows tonight. I've practiced it and promise it won't be the same tomorrow. You don't need to I don't think you need to make a big song and dance about it. No. Be like, I stole your bow. I'm so sorry. You are so much. You deserve the final bow. I don't think it's that deep. Like, I'm sure they're fine. And if you've got more shows, they've got several other bows to take. So. Yeah.
And then if it's a muck-up matinee, do it again.
Just. Yeah.
Remember that time? It was really funny. Oh, you didn't like it? Okay. Oh, no.
I won't do it again, I promise. Yeah. It's fine. So we used to do like game segments on the podcast all the time. Okay. And they've kind of taken a back seat, but I really wanted to challenge you.
Oh my God.
Because I feel like when you work in live TV, you're good at these things.
Oh,
and I'm trying to learn because I'm sometimes not good.
Oh no, you're so great. I've seen you at West End Live. I love the work.
Oh gosh.
I do. No, so improv. So I did theatre studies when I was at school. That was the last time I kind of did like classes of drama before. I just did it for fun and then dropped it.
Yeah.
And improv was the one that I dreaded.
No, I thought you were going to say that you loved.
I went, what am I going to do with my hands? What's going to come out of my mouth?
But you must have had
no control over what's happening in my body now, but apparently we're just going with it. So yeah, real trauma.
You must have had like moments on live TV where you've had to improvise.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right, because there are confines that you can work within, and there are kind of templates that things have gone down that you can go to, and you kind of work off your on-screen partner or pundit or person that you're talking to. So you're right. Still terrifying.
Yeah, it is scary. And I feel like people who do these shows, like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Is that a thing still? Maybe not.
Well, all these comedy panel shows.
Yeah,
I'm never doing one ever again. Never do one ever again. No, Hannah, no.
You've done one before?
No, I did. Would I lie to you?
So I didn't catch that on your Wikipedia. Sorry. Someone add that.
Okay, so I'm going to out this. I did Would I Lie to You? It's the last time I'm ever going on that show.
Oh, no.
I love it. You're talking about the comedy geniuses of our time.
Yeah.
We're talking about Rob Brydon. We're talking about Bob Mortimer. We're talking about David Mitchell. Like, incredible. So I got told... Right, so the idea of Would I Lie to You is that you come on as a guest, you have truths and you have lies.
Yeah.
And there's a whole research conversation before you do the interview, and you bring your truths, you bring your examples of things that have happened in your life that could be the truth. On the day, you find out if you've got a truth or a lie. Oh. And the lie, you find out in the studio, live audience, in the moment when you pull it out of the envelope, whether you got a truth or a lie.
No prep time.
No prep. I was like, I went back to those drama classes. I was like, I don't have improv. Also, I'm sat next to Bob Mortimer, one of the comedy icons of a generation who has so much ability to be able to, I was like, oh my God. So basically they cut it because whatever I said was absolute trash. It's
No.
not worth. So I went through that whole show, what was edited, saying nothing other than hello, my name's Ore, and that was the last thing I said before the credits rolled. I looked like I was so scared. I looked like I listened really intently. I looked over there, and then that was the end of my show.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like, I love them, I
That's
appreciate
scary.
them, but I will never be appearing on a comedy panel show ever again.
Okay, so on that note, I've got an improv challenge for you. Well, I thought, this just came to me earlier. I thought I'd give you an item, for example, a crock.
I gave my daughter one very similar to this. Not quite as sizable, but yeah, she's only
What do
four.
you mean? A stagey crock. And
Just-
I would like you to do like a news bulletin around the crock. Like improvise a news bulletin about that crock.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I'll give you a couple seconds.
Okay.
Ready?
Fine. Oh gosh. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Beep 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 beep.
What's the theme
No,
tune?
that's countdown. That's the end.
No, wait, what's the Newsround theme tune?
It's been a while. Let's go with oh no.
Shall I get it up quickly?
Go on, play it. Unless this is going to infringe on rights.
Oh yeah, we
copyright.
won't. It's okay. Newsround. What's it called? Theme song. BBC Newsround theme tune 2019.
Oh gosh, yeah, that will bring it back.
Bum,
Welcome
ba-da-bum.
to
Or shall I do
Newsround.
the? Oh, the bum.
Yeah.
Ba-dum,
Oh,
bum,
yes,
bum,
no,
bum,
we love a
bum,
bed,
bum,
we love a
bum,
bed.
bum. Okay, ready? Bum,
Welcome
bum,
to your
bum,
daily
bum,
musical
bum,
theatre
bum,
roundup,
bum,
sponsored
bum,
by the How Very Hannah
bum,
podcast.
bum, bum,
And
bum,
today,
bum,
what you're
bum,
seeing is an influx of white musical theatre crock shoes. It is there's been a whole influx across the nation. People are talking about where they can get these Hannah Lowther crocks, and it's absolutely causing a frenzy on the streets. I spoke to a couple of people who had got their hands on one of them before. I couldn't believe it. I saw one of these crocs and I thought, oh my God, Hannah had one of these earlier on her podcast, and I was absolutely, like, I went insane about it. I wish I got one of those crocs when I was younger, because all I ever wanted was a croc. And that was the Hannah Lowther Daily Musical Theatre Roundup. Thank you for watching. Can we never do this again?
I committed to the bum ba bum and then thought, why am I still doing this?
No, I loved it. And, like, you were with me that whole way.
That was brilliant. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, save me from myself, somebody.
That's
please.
way better than anything I could do, so take it.
Oh, God.
Thank you so much for joining me. I've had a lovely old chat, and honestly, it's been nice to take my shoes off.
Oh.
I'm going to do this more often.
This is
Inspired by Ore Oduba.
Absolutely. I'm happy for
delightful.
shoes
I feel
off
so
moment
comfy and
to be
cozy.
sponsored by me. You're welcome.
Sponsored by you. Thank you so much for joining me.
Loved it.
Thanks for watching the pod. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow wherever you get your podcasts, and basically do anything as long as it's nice. Buy my book, buy some merch, I mean. Just do all of the above. I'm kidding. Do whatever you want, but I'm watching. Okay, bye.
See ya.